Online job application as a new aircraft maintenance engineer apprentice won't get you a job. Do these three things instead. The first one I'm going to talk about is by cold emailing HR. This is something I actually did recently, right? Because I told you guys I do help aircraft maintenance engineer apprentice to in terms of job application. I build the resume for them. I prep them up with interview, right? So there was this apprentice that came to me. He came as an apprentice. He had no experience like me. When I was an apprentice, no type of working experience. He's an international student, so, right? So I knew the online application would not be like, it's not going to help him out, because I know how the job market can be a little, there could be some competition, right? So I knew me just applying online it's not a good way, right? So what I did was, because of my connections, I built a lot more friendship in the industry, right? I reached out to a couple of my friends to get some emails, right? So what I did was I reached out to the HR department personally, right? I'm like, hey, I know you guys have no job posting right now, but I was wondering if my friend who is looking for a job right now as an apprentice could get a job in your company, regardless of if you guys don't have any job posting right now. Guess what? He got a job interview the next day. And this is a new strategy I started doing, in terms of helping apprentices to get a job. And I was surprised. This is something I've never really thought about, right? And this is something I usually recommend. Like I told you guys, as an apprentice, you got to find ways to make yourself different from other apprentices. Because what is everyone doing? Everyone is just applying online, doing the same thing, sitting down, eating cheesecake, eating burgers and shit, applying online. You got to be able to go grab it. Life is not going to give you a job. You got to go grab that job, man. And for me, it's like, I have the mentality that if I don't get something, I'm going to go grab it. I'm going to go grab it, regardless of how hard it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go grab it. And that is the mindset I want your apprentices to have, right? It's not going to be easy. If you're getting out for a job, it's not going to be easy. You got to find ways and strategies of how you can get a job, right? And that's why I tell you guys, keeping friendship, reputation goes a long way. Because if I didn't have those friends with me, right, if I didn't have those kind of friendship and connections, I would not get that in the email. You know what I mean? So what I did was I could approach the HR department. I sent them the email, and the next day the guy got an interview, right? And the reason why I actually made this as my first point is because something I'm noticing, right, a lot of companies are not posting the job online. They're not posting it. They start off with like an internal job. So they ask everyone that is working there, hey, we're looking for people, do you guys know anyone that is looking for a job now? For them to actually post it online, they probably ask 10 people and no one knows anyone that is looking for a job as an apprentice. You know what I mean? So that's why I tell you doing that, and I can show you guys the strategies of how to get emails for HR. I'm probably going to make a video regarding this on how to get emails, right, for companies, especially HR department, right? So that is something that I want to tell you guys to put inside whenever you're applying for a job. You got to be able to try to find those emails and could approach emails to HR department immediately, directly, right? Because you applying online, trust me, there's a lot of competition, man. This is something I'm seeing because a lot of apprentices are graduating every year, and the numbers have increased. Have increased, man. Like a friend of mine who went to Centennial College, when I graduated, we were like almost maybe 200 students. Now it's going to like 300-400 graduating a year. Guess what? 400 people are applying for the same job you are applying for. You got to understand that it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard, man. It's going to be hard, and it's going to get harder now because there's more exposure to this course. There's more exposure. People are actually finding this program more interesting. So a lot of people are actually getting into this program, right? So that's the first thing I'm going to say. Try to cold approach HR department. I'm not saying spam them. Don't spam them. Don't do that. Just one email. If they don't respond to you, that's okay. You move on to the next person, right? If they don't respond, that means they don't have anything available, right? If they respond, good. If they don't, that's okay. Move on to the next person. The next one I'm going to talk about is LinkedIn. This is something I'm seeing a lot of apprentices are not taking advantage of. LinkedIn is one of those websites that it's valuable, man, especially for job application. Guys, I have gotten contract opportunity from LinkedIn, right? Me just having a professional LinkedIn, right? Building my LinkedIn to a way whereby I highlight my strength. I have type courses. I have some experience working on some aircraft, highlighting my strength there, right? It actually got me contract opportunity, right? And this is something I usually tell apprentices to do. Whenever you are looking for a job, please design your LinkedIn to a way whereby it shows you as a professional apprentice who graduate with accreditation, right? And once you do that, now you can start messaging people, right? You can start messaging, go to a company, you look for the HR department, you look for the hiring manager, you can even look for the manager. Just reach out to people. Hey, I'm an apprentice who just graduated this year. I was wondering if your company are looking for apprentices, so I would like to work for your company. You never know where that's gonna get you to. You know what I'm saying? You never know where that's gonna get you to. This is another mentality. This is another strategy I usually tell people to do. This is something I do myself. Whenever I help apprentices, these are the strategies I do, right? I don't depend on online. Like online application is like my least. It's my least. My first favorite right now is cold approaching emails to HR. You know, I have a lot of emails of HR department of different companies. I just cold approach them, send the resume. You know, that's my top strategy. The next one I do is the LinkedIn, right? Online application, I know how competitive online could be, right? I know how there's a lot of competition. I know how it is, man. Trust me. I have been there. I've done that. I'm not depending on online application anymore, right? So this is another strategy I usually tell apprentices to do. LinkedIn, you got to make sure you build your LinkedIn to a professional way and reach out to people from LinkedIn. Last one I'm going to talk about, and this is probably one I've talked about so many times. The reason why I'm emphasizing on this is it's really important, right? Is by dropping your resume in person. Guys, guarantee you, this is probably one of the things that will get you a job as fast as possible. And you guys should be like, man, Peter, you've said this 100 times. You said this 1 million times. I'm saying it again. Because a lot of us, we listen, we say, but we don't do it. Right? Dropping your resume in person is probably going to be the first thing that will get you a job easily. The first job I ever got in aviation, Bombardier Aerospace. I got the job because I went there in person and dropped my resume. Although the job was not anything related to maintenance, but that was the first job that gave me experience that I actually made more money working there than working as an apprentice, right? But regardless of if it was a maintenance job or what type of job is it, I'm telling you, dropping your resume in person is probably going to be the first thing that will get you a job as easy as possible. I know I've said it a lot of times, but I'm emphasizing on this because it's really important. You got to understand that you drop your resume in person, you're not only showing the company that you are a dedicated person, you're showing the company some traits, right? You are a dedicated person. You know, you have the mentality of, I'm gonna go great. I'm not lazy. You have that mentality that I'm gonna go get it, regardless of if they give it to me, right? You showing the company a lot of qualities. You know what I'm saying? Yes, some companies do have policies whereby you gotta still apply online. But you dropping your resume is an extra step. It's an extra step compared to other people that are just sitting down watching TV and applying on the computers and applying online and wondering why they're not getting calls for interview. You know what I'm saying? So please guys, if you're an apprentice right now, like I really care about this, man. I really care about this, especially for people that are international students. I understand how it is, man. You pay a lot of money in school, you sacrifice a lot of time, and you know you graduate and it's really hard for you to get a job, man. I feel you, man, because I was in that same situation, man. I remember when I graduated from school, I remember calling my mom after like 2 months of just looking for a job. I cried on the phone, man. I cried on the phone. My mom, I told them, like, I don't know what's going on. I'm doing everything. I'm not getting a job. Companies are not hiring me. Like, I cried on the phone, man, until I realized that I was doing something wrong. I was not doing the right thing. And the first change I did was dropping my resume. Person got me a job. So guys, please, these are the 3 things I want you guys to do as an apprentice. And if you're an apprentice that need an extra help, you need someone to help you out to build your resume the right way, to show you the mistakes you're making on your resume. You need someone to help you out in job application, right? You need someone to help you out in preparation of interview. You need someone to just guide you through. This is something I've helped apprentices with, right? If you're an apprentice that need that type of help, click the link in the description and book a consultation and let me see how I can help you out. All right, for you guys that are new to my channel, my name is Peter. I am a licensed aircraft maintenance engineer and I help aircraft maintenance engineer apprentices to build a resume, find a job, and also with cars exam preparation. So if you're an apprentice, like I said, and that needs that kind of help, click the link in the description. And I also have hundreds of videos regarding aircraft maintenance engineer on my channel. So if you find my videos informative, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Love you guys.